Hey, Scott.
You want to do this?
Yeah, well, working one, get lunch, shower, and change in 13 minutes anyway. Yeah, I am. I had told Ian like 2, but I'm flexible.
Yeah, I'm good for whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want you to.
But we should not
you're
play.
obligated.
Yeah, but we shouldn't not play, like I said.
Yeah, no, I would love to. But
Yeah.
I want you to be ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think it makes a difference. Yeah, in terms of like the way I feel.
Hey guys, Scott. Back for another match, playing against the man, the myth, the legend, Ben, aka MEP. He gets a lot of balls back. Breathing is going to be a real test for me. And I just got to stay on my toes, not waste too much energy at once. No.
Welcome back, everybody, to Essential Tennis Arena. This is match 3 of 4 in the MEP saga. What do you call something that has 4 parts?
Trilogy.
There's trilogy and then
quadrilogy. I think.
Quadrilogy?
Yeah. Don't look it up because I made that up.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm going with that. Welcome to part 3 of the quadrilogy with MEP. We've got Scott here on my left and Ben on my right. Ben just earlier today played an almost 3.5 hour long match against Topher, and he played a 2.5 hour long match yesterday against Sean.
Both 3-setters, as you have stated. And
yes, yeah,
jeez,
both of them incredible matches. And we gave Ben the option of skipping this match and just prepping for his match with me tomorrow. But he wanted more.
I actually heard that he wants to run a half marathon after this just because he likes the pain.
It really honestly wouldn't surprise me. We've got what should be a super classic defense-offense matchup.
All right,
Scott, tons of weapons. I mean, there's not really a shot that he can't hit offensively. And then Ben, obviously a specialist in just getting one more ball back in play.
Hey guys, I'm back for my second match of the day, this time against Scott. I'm going to be heading into my 4th hour of tennis today, shortly after Scott and I kick off. From what I've seen from Scott on video and now in person, he's got very high-paced shots, a very good serve. It's going to take a lot for me to compete with him. Depending on how things start out, and given what I have in front of me with the match with Ian, I might play out of character for myself and go for more and use this as an opportunity to practice trying to get better at my volleys and my willingness to come in and my willingness to take the risk of getting past. I think that'll make me a better player in the long run, and that's why we're all here, right? To get better, myself included. So excited about this match with Scott and looking forward to see what we're able to do.
Hey guys, Scott. Back for another match, playing against the man, the myth, the legend, Ben, aka MEP. Looking forward to it. He's played a couple of matches already here in town. I had a long one today against Topher. That was an epic. I caught the tail end of that, and we ended up pushing our match back from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 6 at night. So it's a little later here. I'm a little subdued today. It's been a long day. I've had things to deal with, but I'm here to play, and I think that some good tennis is going to kind of clear my soul and make me feel whole again here. I'm really looking forward to this match, so I hope everybody enjoys this as much as I think I'm going to.
So Mark, get this. The match before this, 3.5 hours, Ben did not sit down. Didn't sit down. Not one time.
Was that a show? Was that a flex? Was that asserting dominance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. It was a conscious thing on Ben's part.
So when Topher was sitting down, was Ben just looming over him the entire time?
No,
as Topher was sipping?
he would play on his phone for a bit.
Candy Crush.
No, he was actually trading stocks during changeover.
Okay.
And then when he was done trading stocks, he would just go stand over on the baseline and just like walk back and forth.
Ben is to start. Love.
All right, here we go, Mark. You excited?
Yes.
It's gonna be big.
Good luck, Ben. Have fun.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. Have fun. Here we go. Oh, good shot.
A little casual there.
Yeah, Scott's the type of player that Ben is going to have to be careful about using one of his core strategies, which is drawing people forwards. Scott is going to be gladly accepting those shots.
I took a bounce. Was it? I mean, I took a funny bounce. That was good, wasn't it? Second serve, sorry. I just assumed that the bad bounce meant it was a good serve.
I thought it was out.
Close.
All right, second
Chat,
serve,
what do you
second
guys
serve.
think? That serve
Oh,
worked
bad
out?
serves beget bad bounces, right?
Well,
If
no,
it was out, I
there's
wouldn't be
a
surprised,
ridge
but I'm
right
not
there.
confident enough
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be
Inside.
like, it was out.
Okay. Thanks.
I just had my eye on
Second
it.
serve.
Yeah.
I'll try not to influence the outcome of the game more often.
You hate to see Ben get broken like that.
Yeah, correct.
Too much.
And this is just classic, like MEP. Like, so what's going to happen on this point? After triple break point, Ben, is just kind of casually gotten himself right back in the game here.
But the
That was
question is
back.
how did he do it? I know it was 2 unforced errors by Scott, but
Good hustle.
so it's amazing because this is one of the very few instances where me as a tennis player is the first time seeing someone on YouTube for not say several hours, but for several matches, several minutes of hitting on YouTube camera. And then now he's here in person. One thing that you guys don't realize about MEP/Ben/Green Shirt Guy, I'm calling him Ben from now on, out of respect, is yes, he doesn't hit that heavy of a ball like most traditional high-level 4.0s and 4.5s typically do, nonetheless unconventional stroke mechanics. But Ben's spin is actually a lot deeper into the court when he's not on the complete defensive as you guys think. And that's one thing you guys will probably start to realize once you start seeing this type of replay on YouTube when it's published. Because, yeah, it's high, it's heavy, it's loopy, but it's not exactly, at least for the most part, anywhere near the service line that I would, kind of think initially.
You're expecting it to be more of a sitter, type
Correct.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah. And I could see how most players, even at the mid-level 4-5 level, would be like, okay, screw this. I'm going for it when it's way far behind the service line, and that's a really bad decision, leading to many unforced errors and eventually the match.
Additionally, to tag onto that, when you watch from that camera angle over the top of the tarp, and you are watching on YouTube, the kind of chop, like spinny balls that are landing close to the baseline look like they're very attackable.
Oh, yeah.
On YouTube.
Correct.
But when they in real life land that deep, you don't
Yeah.
realize how big of a task that is to try to hit a winning shot off that ball.
Exactly.
All right, good first game. There's nothing about his game that's difficult other than he gets a lot of balls back, but his serve is not pushing me. I feel like I just can put it where I want to, and if I get it deep up the middle, he's not going to hurt me with a ground stroke. But I just got to stay on my toes, be mindful of how I play here, and not waste too much energy in points. Make them in quick, or if I play in longer points, really play relaxed and breathe well. Right now I'm a little congested, so breathing is going to be a real test for me.
I'm not really sure what happened on that 540 serve. I thought it was clearly long, and it seemed like there was a little hesitancy in Scott's return, so he was probably just giving me the benefit of the doubt whether or not it was in, but I appreciate that he just said go ahead and take a second serve since neither one of us were sure. As expected, he's a hard hitter. He's using angles a little bit more than I would have thought. So far, I thought he would just try to hit it right through me, which he did a time or two, but I'll be interested to see what happens next. Good one.
Is Ben naturally lefty or righty?
Pretty sure naturally lefty.
Okay.
At dinner last night, he mentioned to me, he told me that if he ever gets kind of like bored at his current level, he's gonna switch to righty and drop down a level, and just start again, right-handed. And he's totally serious about it.
Oh, good angle. Good serve. Good serve. Yeah, good shot.
Good hustle.
It's a nice ball. There you go. That's a class.
Scott's managing really nicely.
Correct.
So, like you were talking, and I think you hit the nail on the head earlier about what is the level of intensity that Scott brings to the table with his swings, and I feel like he's walking that tightrope perfectly right now.
And also, the scoring kind of indicates it.
Absolutely.
Back.
So we'll be back.
Oh man. No, it's back. No.
So this is not altogether unexpected. Scott's a really good player. He's coming out fired up, hitting really well. I won't attribute anything that's happened to having played the match earlier today. I'll just say I've been here before, several times here on this court already, and I managed to turn things around for the better. So let's see if I can do it again.
Well, I have to play a certain way, and it's measured yet aggressive. I mean, because he's not really challenged me with anything yet. He's drop shotted me a couple of times. I've overhit because I'm trying to do too much with it, but I don't feel like the drop shot is a good play against me anyway. So I hope he keeps doing it. And I'm gonna, just try to pull him off the court with heavy topspin. Make him run about 3 or 4 times as much as I do, and we'll see where that gets us in a set or two.
So it's also amazing to kind of compare Ben is probably considered at least a mid-level to strong level 4 or 5 in the metro Atlanta area, where Topher, who had a very, very tough 3-set match with Ben, is considered to be a high 4-0, low 4-5. So it's interesting to see the slight differences in the same NTRP rating system, which a lot of people have been using, it's either that or UTR, between Milwaukee's not a really major city, but in between metropolitan areas.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are surprised to learn how big of a contrast there can be between different cities in the same
Correct.
level of play.
Oh, good one.
Nah, much.
Slip court.
Ben really not getting any traction with anything right
No,
now. And I'm honestly curious what the balance is in terms of is it Ben being tired? Is it Scott just coming up with the right answers? There's a combination of both.
Get your head up.
Oh, man.
Now what am I thinking there?
Yeah, that
Don't
was
be silly. Stick with the game plan.
a Bernard Tomic shot, I would say. Actually, Scott actually gave more effort.
That's a little.
Yeah, sorry. Scott gave more effort. I apologize to Scott.
Scott cared that he missed.
Okay. Scott's not at home counting his millions.
Yeah, he didn't miss on purpose. I mean, let's not get carried away.
And he was using the correct side of the racket.
All things Bernard would not have done.
There we go.
That's wide. No.
No, come on.
Oh, Jesus. No.
Oh, good one. Oh, good shot.
Wow, good ball.
So it's interesting to see too. Scott is doing everything near perfection when it comes to the executing of what would be a game plan on paper. And keep in mind, on paper / theoretical is vastly different than
Against
what is-
Ben.
especially against
Yeah.
The thing about pressure is you just got to keep applying it or you reset at 0. So I got a little sloppy there, but turned it back on. I mean, I'm not giving him time to set up or hit shots that he wants to hit. I'm hitting heavier topspin balls, really working the wide ball, and every chance I get to attack, I'm taking it. And fortunately, it's not taking terribly long right now on these points. So everything's going my way right now. So I just got to keep on applying that pressure.
All right, so far Scott is coming across like a Jedi. Just knowing what any given shot he hits is going to yield in response. So he's always in the right position right now. I think the indoor surface is really making a difference. I'm seeing the ball kind of turn over and spin more and slide more as it lands than I would outdoors. I think that's really making it a challenge for me right now. But I'll just keep pushing.
Come on, make him hit 2 hands.
You better than that.
Make him hit 2 hands. Make him go to his right. Make him use the right. That's always a winner.
I'm just right now, like in this moment, just fascinated to see if Ben figures out an answer, and what is that answer going to be?
Good one. I think that was wide, Scott.
Wait, what? Did he call that out?
I believe he called it out, yes. I didn't have the best angle on it. So we'll have to take a look at it in replay.
Second.
Ah, good shot.
No. What do you do that for?
Good sir.
If watching this match between Ben and Scott is inspiring you to go out and work hard on your own game, then make sure to go to playyourcourt.com/ET, where there's a special discount just for viewers of this match play video between Ben and Scott. Play Your Court's been incredible support to Essential Tennis. They're making this match play series possible between MEP and the rest of us. And they're an amazing resource for passionate tennis players. They've got an incredible directory of tennis coaches if you're looking for lessons in your local area. They also have a huge directory of players if you'd like to get paired up with somebody that can help you train and move your game to the next level. And they have tons of online resources that can guide you and show you exactly what to work on. So a big thank you to Scott and Nate, good friends of mine, incredible players themselves, and I want to thank them for supporting this channel and this content. If you appreciate it, go to playyourcourt.com/ET for a special discount.
I did expect Scott to win this first one, this very first set, relatively handily. I was expecting more like 6-1, 6-2, not necessarily 6-0.
I wouldn't have bet. I wouldn't have bet 6-0.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not shocking me, to be honest, that Scott is winning this handily, especially given the length of the match that Ben played earlier today. But I would have expected Ben to come up with a little more resistance by now, to be honest. And I'm curious how much the physical side of things is a factor at this point.
That's set, and nothing tells me that things are going to change. That said, I'm going to be looking for different strategies and really, tightening up my finishing shots. I feel good from mid-court, feel good from the baseline. I feel like I'm hitting a heavy topspin ball, playing high percentage, serving really well. I'm going wide every single time on the deuce side, and I just don't think I've lost a point that way. Maybe one, but it's a very effective play, and I think until he comes up with an answer for it, I'm going to keep doing it.
Feels like I was just here. Well, that was a quick set, especially relatively speaking. Scott's playing great. Some days, somebody's got your number. I don't know if this is one of those days yet, but Scott's on his way, and kudos to him. I'm struggling a little bit with what I could be doing differently. He's just playing really well. So, yeah, a little bit at a loss right now, but still gonna keep grinding, still having fun. Oh man, good shot. Yeah. Good shot, I think.
No. See, that's casual.
Good shot. I have nothing more to add at this time. I feel my previous comments speak for themselves. If you have any further questions, you can speak to my representative.
I just don't feel the threat of being passed, so I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Nothing new to say. That's a
Wide.
good serve. Heads up.
Nice. That's a nice slice by Ben.
Just not bothered by
Not
anything
bothered.
yet. I mean, he's shown virtually zero discomfort with whatever Ben has thrown his way, which is pretty impressive.
That's a good toss.
Good shot.
Oh, that's clean.
Oh, good one.
Scott just making it look routine.
This is the best I've seen Scott play, and whether or not that's because of the clashing game styles, I would say yeah.
Wow.
Since
in
I've met him.
terms of like cleanness,
Cleanliness, winner unforced error ratio, and overall game plan execution, I would say. That's the point that Ben needs to play more often.
Nope.
Oh, come on, man.
handled that really nicely and calmly.
That was a very good point.
Those first kind of string of shots there that Ben really kind of looked like Ben, and Scott handled it really, really nicely.
Wow, good shot.
Ah, goodness. Oh yeah, good lob. No, that's back. Oh God.
That's a nice shot by Scott. Wow.
Oh, good play.
Oh,
like a
that's
book.
Yep. I thought that was actually a perfect play by Ben, and Scott still
I
got
think
a
it
little
was. I think it was perfect play. Scott just read it.
Mm.
Must have done his homework.
Oh, good shot. Good shot.
A couple of lapses there. I think more. I'm thinking about, taking the victory lap too soon. Got to finish the job. Just get it done. Work hard. Keep doing what I'm doing. Nothing new.
I thought I had him that time. Silly me. Scott's just playing a level or more above me right now. I think it's clear and obvious. He's got an answer for everything I'm doing. I've been here before. I'll be here again. Fortunately, it doesn't happen too terribly frequently. The indoor surface is, I feel like for the first time, really having a detrimental impact on the way a match that I'm having is playing out. Scott is taking full and willful advantage of it. So kudos to him.
Come on.
Ooh, good shot. Good serve.
Honestly, like, if I were Ben, every ball in my strike zone for the rest of the match, I would probably add 25% like intensity acceleration. Like the dink, like rope-a-dope is clearly it's not going to get the job done against Scott. And so what's the alternative? Like the alternative is to try to hit something more pressing, more aggressive, more spin, more depth. That's the only way I see him getting some traction here.
Back. Oh man, good shot.
It's sloppy. No.
Good serve. Ooh, finally.
Angry old man.
Wonder what Scott sees in that bag.
And one in your bag, you don't mind me reaching in?
Oh, too late now.
Okay, sorry. What's spiders?
You're the one
Scott,
taking all
your
the
fingerprints are on there now. You're gonna be caught sometime soon.
You're the one taking all the risk. All right, 5-all.
Love to see still the sense of humor from Ben down 10 games. It's nice lob.
Gosh darn it.
That would
I'm
have
just not
landed
hitting the
about
ball
6
right.
inches inside the baseline, I
Good
think.
block. Jeez. That's why. Really loose game there. I think I'm just waiting for something to happen and I'll make an adjustment. It was just a little sloppy on my part. Put the hands down and try to get cute, but there's nothing he's doing to hurt me. I'm just, doing it myself. So I'll get better.
All right, that was the hole that I needed. Obviously, it's all over for Scott now. He's going to completely collapse. I'm going to destroy him the rest of this match, and he's going to go home crying. Now back to reality. Scott's still playing great. He's creating a blueprint for beating me. That is, hit awesome first and second serves, know exactly where I'm going to put the ball each time, and hardly ever miss. If you do that, you will probably beat me, as Scott is demonstrating right now. Oh, good serve.
Nah, D.
Ben, this is it, Ben. You look at him, like you can tell, like he wants to find any opening.
Yeah.
He will do anything to try to find it.
Ah, good serve. Oh, good serve. Oh, good shot.
That's. No.
Oh.
Yep, nice ball.
Nice.
No. Oh, no.
Good shot.
My tactical approach is carbon copy of what Scott's doing right now. Press, close, take every opportunity like this one to transition
Yeah, that's
forwards.
too good.
Hopefully hit a bunch of volleys and overheads. Like that's Scott is executing my game plan right now.
And
I have
match.
zero intention of hanging behind the baseline and grinding.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right on the line.
Oh, thanks, Scott.
Get in, get in.
Good shot.
Ah, crud. Crud.
Good shot. Oh, good shot, Scott.
Had to make one overhead today.
Oh, you did great, man.
Had a good play.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
Really good tennis.
play.
Really convincing win there from
Very.
Scott. I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised. Not like taking anything away from like my confidence in Scott or his ability or his game. I expected for Ben to find a little bit of some kind of traction.
Yeah.
Not like 5-7, 5-7 or anything, but you know, a couple of games, 2 or 3 games per set maybe. And Scott just really didn't leave him any opening at all.
Okay, so Scott really handled me out there. I didn't find out, I guess I should have known this, but I didn't find out until the match was almost over that he's an actual tennis pro. It's like you're in Jeopardy, you're playing Jeopardy, and the final Jeopardy category is like late dated Shakespearean tragedies, and you have no idea how to respond to that. And then the other guy wins, and you ask him, how did you know that? And you find out the guy majored in late period Shakespearean tragedies. It's that kind of thing. So Scott played great, had an answer for everything that I did, and deserved to win. I'm looking forward to having a nice dinner, resting up, and having the match with Ian tomorrow. Should be interesting.
You know, truth be told, I'm pleased with that result. Not exactly surprised from scouting and that sort of thing, but I'm, emotionally drained too, just because it was a long day. We were supposed to play 6 hours ago and we had to push it back. In the meantime, my wife and I had to put our dog down 14 years old today. He was a great guy, and you know, I did all my crying earlier, so I'm gonna hold it together here. But it was tough. It was tough. You know, I mean, sometimes that sort of thing, you know, it can focus you. It can give you a sense of like, you know, physical pain doesn't mean a whole lot because, you know, it's just temporal. It's the sort of thing that, you know, you get over, you know, and that's the way I felt. I never felt, I mean, I felt like I was working hard. You can see I'm sweating, but, you know, it's days like this where you dig deep. You dig deep and you be your best. You do your best. You do your best to honor, you know, things that are gone, you know, and I miss my dog. You know, I love my wife, and I know she's hurting right now, and I hope this maybe offers a little bit of solace to her. It does wonders for me. I mean, you know, there's nothing better than getting back on the horse and riding, and today that's what I did. I played, you know, I wouldn't say a flawless match, but I played the kind of match that I was, you know, I was destined to win. There was no taking it from me. There was nothing he could really do to hurt me. I was always jumping on the ball, you know, ramming it down his throat and not letting him get his hands up. So I'd say, you know, mission accomplished. And if we went on a journey, that was a pretty fun one. It was a joyride for me. Thanks, guys.
Final thoughts, Mark?
No, I would have Scott winning this, just not to this extent, as a lot of people would probably also say. But obviously, credit to Scott for the near perfect execution and sticking with it to the best of his ability. Yeah, a few unforced errors, but overwhelmingly positive in the unforced error to winner department. And Ben obviously looking a little bit more tired, but I look forward to the match tomorrow.
Well, thanks for being here to call this one, Mark, and coming back again tomorrow.
Yep.
If you guys aren't already subscribed to Mark on YouTube, make sure you do so. A lot of string reviews, live stream, stringing. Like I heard you say the other night, like the world's greatest live stream stringing show.
It's because
maybe
it's
the only one.
Yeah,
it's
right.
the only. It's like possibly the only one. But hey, take it while you can have it. Yeah.
So it's also the worst, along with being the best.
So yeah, make sure to check out Mark Sanset on YouTube and subscribe to his channel as well. Appreciate you being here.
Yep.
And let's go. We'll go talk to the players a little bit.
All right, we're here with the players, Scott and Ben. As always, you know, first and foremost, thank you both for being here. We respect you guys a lot for battling here on the court in front of the cameras and putting yourselves out there. Thank you for sharing the match with us. Really appreciate it a lot. I'm just curious, just kind of like off the bat, what were your guys' first impressions relative to how you expected the match to go? Like, have you watched Scott's hitting on YouTube? I'm assuming you've seen him at least a little bit.
Yeah, I have seen. I don't know that I've seen all of his matches,
Sure.
but I've seen some of all of them. Yeah.
So how was the match relative to kind of what you expected based on YouTube videos?
Well, I don't want to speak for Scott, but I think he sustained his very high level throughout. And if you didn't play as well as you could, I thought you played pretty close to it. Whereas I felt like I played, I don't want to say poorly because Scott was dictating so many things, but I felt like under different circumstances I could have done a lot better. And it didn't have anything to do with the match earlier today. That's not it. It's just Scott was on, and I didn't really have an answer for what he was doing. It's tough to play against a guy that can know in advance what shot you're going to hit based on the position of your eyebrows and things like that. So as a tennis pro, you know, he has so much experience staring at those people that he's trying to teach, and he just saw like one eyebrow go up. He knows I'm going to hit a forehand. He sees them both go up. He knows it's a backhand. He sees me blink twice. He knows it's a lob.
He's not lying.
I don't have an answer for that. And then I found out after the fact again that Scott had the video footage of every shot that I've ever hit uploaded to his cerebral cortex before the match. So he knew even more than he did before what I was going to hit. And so he was in the perfect position almost every time for the shots that I was going to hit.
AI, baby. AI.
So you're saying Scott was literally in your head during this match?
I was in his head,
yeah.
but not in the way that was benefiting me. Yeah. So,
He's on the payroll.
being in one's head is apparently overrated. Or underrated, I guess I should say.
How about you? I know you've watched Ben play before. What was it like in person?
I wasn't surprised by anything that he did. You know, I knew that that if I were to, pull him wide. If I were to hit the ball hard, he wasn't going to have the time to, hit the shots that he wants to hit, and I was going to get the balls that I want. I mean, I played. I'm not going to say I played a flawless match. I had a couple of shots where I thought, man, I was just trying to, take a victory lap or something like that. But generally speaking, I never redlined. I felt like I was not trying to go for too much. I'd want a couple of the overheads back, but so what, And I felt like I had a plan, stuck with it, as good as I've ever stuck to a plan. I mean, if you think about how many times I served up the tee on the deuce side, you could probably count it on, one hand without any fingers. 0. I had several game plans. Yeah.
So something you just said really resonated with a theme that Mark and I came back to over and over again, and that was the idea of finding the right intensity of swing or like tempo, not allowing Ben to be comfortable, and so being intense enough to keep him, disengaged from his plan, but while also not overjuicing it. Can you talk to us a little bit about that? How much of a challenge that is in a competitive match, especially against somebody like Ben?
It's hard. It's hard. I went into it a little nervous, thinking that I would redline at some point, and I made an extra conscious effort not to. But because he gets so many balls back, and he hits with, a lot of slice, and he hits a flatter ball with some side spin too, that there's constant small adjustments that you have to make, in your swing. And I missed a few forehands because of it, but I was going really, really high clearance, heavy topspin, and I was working corners, over and over again, with the idea that if I lose a point, I'm going to win 3, and that when that bore out in the first set, I thought, okay, home stretch, just keep doing what you're doing, because if he was going to have an answer to what you're doing, it would have popped up by now. I don't think he's just throwing a set away. I don't think you're that kind of guy.
So, as you said, you uploaded all of his tendencies and his play styles into your Cortex. Now that you're in person with him across the net, was there any kind of surprises based on the type of spins or the pace that he was giving you when the real thing happened?
To be honest with you, I expected to have more trouble with his serve. But what really didn't happen was that it never was not in my strike zone. I expected it to skid low and to have to really work it. But
Big strike zone.
But it was well. Keep in mind though that it was almost like the serve was a fixed object and I was the moving thing, getting the strike zone. Part of it was my movement. Part of it was that I was just so tuned to it, and he doesn't have that much variation. He served to my forehand 2 or 3 times, and that was it. Everything else was to my backhand. And to be honest with you, if I know serve is coming to my backhand, I'm a hog in mud. I'm happy about that. So,
Ben, would you have changed your game style at any point in time now, retrospectively? Because it did seem like you weren't on the offense too often. Obviously, Scott was playing fantastic.
Yeah, he was.
Was there anything you would have changed differently, execution-wise, in the late first set, or maybe even in the early this part of the second set?
I guess hearing Scott say that he felt like he had a better read on my serve than he anticipated that he would, I probably should have tried to use a little bit more variety. Scott and I had actually discussed having a best out of 5 earlier, but that didn't come to fruition. So I feel like that could have only benefited me. It's not like the result could have been much worse, right? So, yeah. So I guess trying to put a little more movement on my serve, or maybe even throwing more junk on the serve, because that at least makes the serve different than it does if you're just going for your standard 75% or so on each serve, just trying to get it in. Maybe being less afraid to double fault because I was losing the points anyway. I should probably go for more. That's kind of a theme of my attempted development as a player now, is to be willing to go for more and be more willing to take risks. We all want to win, but sometimes when you play, you're going to be better in the long run if you're playing to get better versus just trying to win every time. So Scott, you were very helpful in that, with helping me lose, but hopefully learn something.
I aim to please.
Ben, I don't want to discount what you said earlier about physicality not being a factor, but I gotta bring it up again, because I think that's what people are going to be wondering the most. You played a 2-hour match yesterday, a 3.5-hour match earlier today. You don't feel like that was a factor today?
Maybe
and I know you don't want to take credit away from Scott, but
no, but maybe subconsciously. But I really try to compartmentalize any fatigue or discomfort I might have been feeling, because honestly, it's like creeping normalcy. I deal with discomfort every day. At my age, you probably do too. You wake up and you don't know it's going to hurt.
I don't even know what discomfort is
You
anymore.
just know
it's a state of being.
it's just something's going to ache. But I feel like if you step on the court with that mindset, like, oh, I already have this built-in excuse for why I'm not going to do well, then it'll turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy a lot of times, and you won't do well. And although I didn't do that well, it wasn't because I had that mindset. I felt like I felt as good as I ever do when I step on the court. I knew I was going in against a tough opponent. And so, no, I can't say that was a reason why things turned out the way they did.
I respect that a lot.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't show fatigue anyway. You know, I mean, he's a warrior.
Camera's still on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any final thoughts, Scott or Ben, before we sign off?
I just want to say thanks, Ian and Mark and Scott, for the opportunity. It's great to be here. I'm learning a lot about myself and my game as I go along, getting to see different players in such rapid succession, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't. It's also a good prep for, say, a tournament environment, if I were to get back into tournaments, because you're playing people in rapid succession if you win.
No.
And you're going to see different styles as you go along, and you have to be prepared to shift from one mode of playing to another without missing a beat, because if you do, then you're out.
Scott?
I agree.
Final thoughts?
You know, final thoughts. Hey, the main event's tomorrow. Can't wait. I'll be sitting in a nice dry shirt upstairs and you know, rubbing my hands together, waiting for the action.
Something I said earlier. I feel like I don't remember if I said it here or up there. Watching the Topher versus Ben match, I feel like I can't possibly compete with that. I feel like that lifted so much pressure off of me because it was such an incredible challenge for both of them, such an incredible competitive feat by both of you, honestly. It was an incredible match. So I'm looking forward to just getting mine over with, honestly.
I'm looking forward to that edit is what I'm looking forward to.
So much talk about it and so much like lead up from all over the place. I just want to get out there and play at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it a lot. All right. Well, thanks
Awesome.
Everybody. Two of you, thank you so much. You both gracious competitors. Appreciate it a lot. It's so good to hear both of your thoughts and your experiences. Thank you, all of you, for watching, and we'll see you in the next match.
I did not come to Milwaukee to lose to Ian.
Yep. So this is it.
Oh, good one.
Ben is every bit as difficult to play as everybody says. Like Ben is so just rock steady and solid.
He's a great player. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
More. I'm just trying to manage my heart rate. Like,
I can hear him down there, all the way from here, huffing and puffing.
oh man.
What have I just witnessed here? That is most exhausting player tennis.
I do feel like I'm finally starting to take Ian on the journey that I talked about. We're going some places that he's a little apprehensive about. Not quite sure he wants to hang out there with me.